Good afternoon. Today we're going to be meditating with and on equanimity. And to do that, we're going to use an even length of breathing. So our inhale is going to be the same length as our exhale. So we can start off with a 4 count. So we'll breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out for 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1. And so you just keep practicing that. I'm going to talk a little bit, and some of that is to provide guidance, and some of that is to provide distraction, especially in the context of equanimity. Obstacles are the way that we practice this. Also, just generally in life, we can't develop calmness if there's no opportunity to not be calm. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1. So equanimity can be defined a couple of different ways. A state of psychological stability and composure, which is undisturbed by the experience or exposure to emotions, pain, or other phenomena that may otherwise cause a loss of mental balance. And so we're just breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out, 3, 2, 1. So I have a cat here sort of all up in my way and in my business. How do I handle that with equanimity? So primarily you are focusing on your breathing, and your mind is going to get distracted. And I'm also trying to distract your mind to give you the opportunity to practice. But when we think about equanimity, when we think about balance or tranquility, what is it? How do we experience it? How do we get there? And so you can use the image of the earth. You could put something really stinky, rotting, something we would consider to be gross and horrible. You can put that on the earth. It'll seep in, it'll become food, it'll become compost, it will become something nourishing for something else. The earth doesn't receive this stinking, rotting mess with any preference. And in the same way, you could pour perfumes or scented water or flowers onto the earth, and the earth won't receive that with any sort of arrogance or pompousness. And so we can develop a sense of equanimity by imagining we're the earth. We just accept things as they come to us without our preferences attached to that. We can acknowledge our preferences. We can say, I would prefer this not have happened to me. I would prefer this to happen to me. But the experience of this doesn't have to sort of sway us off of our attention to our breathing. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 3, 2, 1. We can always come back to our breathing. We can always come back to this neutral space. Then we might start lengthening our breath. So instead of 4, we'll go to 5. So we breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 4, 3, 2, 1. It takes a little bit of time. If we think of the surface of a lake and we throw a rock in there, all these ripples extend. They sort of wash up on the shore and they draw our attention. But as long as we're not throwing any other pebbles in there and there's no other fish or herons, it all just starts to smooth out. And so in the beginning, while you meditate, while you sit with your breath, as you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as you breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. The beginning may seem like there are a lot of ripples. The beginning may seem rocky. The beginning may seem very distracted and disjointed. And we just stay and we sit with that. We sit with the discomfort. We sit with the uncertainty. We acknowledge it. I breathe in. I recognize my sense of anxiety or uncertainty. And I breathe out and I smile to my experience of anxiety or uncertainty. It's not something that we need to shun. It's not something evil or bad. It's just what it is. It's the experience we're having at the moment as we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. For me right now, it's raining outside. The rain falls on the cars, the rain falls on the trees, the rain falls on the ravens, the rain falls on the people. It makes no judgment. The rain falls on people having a great day. The rain falls on people having a terrible day. There's no value associated with that. There's no judgment associated with that. There's no preference associated with that. There's just equanimity of just calmness through whatever's happening. And we breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. And after time, you may find yourself sort of settling, and those ripples have calmed, and maybe they're gone. And there's just this sensation of tranquility. We don't need any inputs. We don't have any outputs. There's nothing for us to do here. There's just our breathing and our experience of this moment. A lot of times we'll think of distractions as these unwanted things, as these inconveniences, but we can be distracted just as easily by something really wonderful that we want to hold on to, like grasping. There's these things we run away from. There's these things we run towards. But the only moment that we really have is right here with our breath. Past is gone. Future hasn't arrived. And then we'll lengthen our breathing one more time from 5 to 6. And so you breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 5, 4, 3, two, one. I'll leave you with the imagery of a forest. All of these tall trees, all of these little tiny seeds that need to find a place to grow. And so finally, this pine cone falls and releases its seeds, and one of them starts to grow into this little sapling. This tiny little sapling surrounded by all of these enormous giants. And how is it going to find the light that it needs? How is it going to find the water that it needs? And in a forest, some of that is shared. You'll have the larger trees nursing the smaller trees by providing water and nutrients through their roots and through the mycelial fungal networks below the soil. But if the tree is going to really survive, if the tree is going to thrive, it needs to muster all of its own resources. It needs to grow tall. It needs to stretch towards the light. And finally, in 100 years, when that tree has grown taller than the rest of those trees, when it's the oldest tree in the forest, when it's the tallest tree in the forest, its growth and its success is in part because of that struggle, because of those obstacles. It needed to muster all of its resources to grow strong. And so when we think of equanimity, these challenges, these obstacles, these distractions are what push us along the path. They are what create the path for us. And in the end, when we have grown strong and tall, it is in part because of those struggles that pushed us. And so as we meditate on equanimity, we have the evenness of our breath. We breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we breathe out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have the image of the earth. No matter what we lay on the earth, it is accepted. The image of the rain, it falls equally on the blessed and on the damned. And we have the image of the tree in the forest that grows strong, not in spite of, but because of its challenges and obstacles. I invite you to practice meditating with equanimity, and I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences about it. Thanks.